Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, and you're having coffee with Victoria. It seems to be a pattern now that every time I start the video, it freezes and then I have to turn off my phone and start over. So that is why I'm a few minutes late. Oh, so this is the day after Thanksgiving. And as I got on Facebook a few minutes before, well, about an hour before I came on, some incredibly tragic things have happened to one of my Facebook acquaintances. She lost her teenage son yesterday and in an accident, and so of course her heart is just breaking. And as empaths, you know that a lot of times we feel a lot of what's going on, and so I've seen other posts, you know, the holidays for many of us, and I'm so grateful that ours are wonderful and family gets together, we enjoy one another, but for many, many it is not true. Others lost loved ones earlier in the year and now they're having to deal with this time of year without it. Sometimes they have no family, friends. This time becomes just painful. Please be sensitive to that as you go through this next month, and think about, you know, when you see people that are less than thrilled, that are angry, that are rude, just shed a little love on them. There is never a time when that's not a helpful thing to do. So let's see how the universe wants us to move into this next week. This is a Friday, Black Friday. I thought of going out early. I don't really need anything. I really do like the energy around here. People tend to be not terribly rude. Well, honestly, I've just not seen them be rude at all. Standing in line, everybody's visiting, having a good time. So I hope that that's the kind of energy that is happening out there today. So we've got one card, and Archangel Michael really probably should be included in this today. He's giving me that indication that he wants to be visited with. And doesn't look as though anybody's really watching, which is okay. All right, Michael, what do you have for us? Right there. All right. So let's see what the universe wants us to know as we move through today. Very appropriate, really. Give freely and move forward. A lot of times when we give, we have ulterior motives. I mean, there's something we need, and we will give with that in mind. And basically the universe wants you to know that that's fine, because the person still gets blessed, but start giving without motive just a little bit more. And truly that can be of your time. My Light Your Day emails set up a framework for every day for you to go out into the world. And the first thing is you list 5 things that are going right in your life. And then you ask, all right, who can I be of service to today? Many times you will know, and many times you will not know who you've helped. But it is the willingness of your spirit to go out and be of service that can make a huge difference in this world. So consider that, especially if you're struggling. The gratefulness, you know, there's always, good morning, Maggie. It's so nice to see you. I'm guessing it's not morning where you are, but I'm not real sure. Maggie's in Ireland. Someday, Maggie, I'm coming for you. I'm coming to visit. We'll do something amazing there. Maybe we'll do readings online. So manage your energy by fueling it with, okay, this is what is going right in my life. And then walk out into the day with the attitude of service. The second card from my healing room deck is pay attention to your energy and act accordingly. Choose to engage or disengage. There are days when we just can't be for anybody else. Our willingness can be there, and so maybe a smile that we're able to give is all that's needed. But there are days when we know that we need to disengage. In fact, today I was excuse me, considering going into all the madness of Black Friday, and I don't really need anything, and my heart is heavy. I feel for these people. Yay! It's 2 p.m. in Ireland today, so right now it is 7 a.m. here in Idaho. So at any rate, pay attention to your energy, and sometimes you just need to be for you. Sometimes you need to hibernate. You need to stay in. You need to allow nothingness to be okay. A year ago, I had no idea what this year was going to be like when I did this. December 14th last year, I gave up hard. I decided I was done with making life hard, and there's a kind of a fun story behind that specific incident, but at any point when struggle, strife, fear would set in, I'd use my tools to raise my vibrations, and then I would say, I choose ease. I choose ease. One of the benefits of that was that there are days when I just chose not to do some of the things that I was pushing against. And I've always been a doer, get things done. I usually had 2 or 3 jobs. I mean, I've had a lot of energy, and I've had things I wanted to do. And I realized that I had created a life that was so much harder than it needed to be. I'm going to check. There's 4 people on, but I just am not seeing people like no, it just isn't happening the way it used to when my phone was upright. Good morning, Anita. Happy post-Thanksgiving. And so as I chose ease through this year, things started to change, and I had no idea the impact that was going to have. It was about a month and a half ago. I was thinking about things and just feeling like I just didn't have the motivation that I should. And I thought to myself, I feel like a completely different person. I still had not that equated with choosing ease. And all of a sudden, it made sense to me. It was like, well, of course you're a different person. Number one, I would have been a different person anyway. Nothing in 3 months about this body is the same as it is today. But I realized that I'd become more relaxed, more at ease in life. One of the side benefits is that I am virtually pain-free. I hadn't been in over 30 years. So I can encourage you all to consider choosing ease in your life. What are you fighting against? What are you continually pushing against? How heavy? Do you have low back pain? That is one of the indicators of carrying the world on your shoulders. So consider that. Let's see what Michael wanted to say. Okay, all of you out there wondering which way you're supposed to go. He really is beginning to work with me actively, which is really fun. The readings that I did at the Psychic Fest a weekend ago were very, very... he became very big presence and let me know when he wanted to talk to people. But anyway, you're on the right path. When you're living from your heart and you're choosing things that feel right in your energy, feel like what you need to be doing. Particularly it helps if you're asking the Creator to guide you on a regular basis, which is why I do. And then it becomes a habit and just a continual conversation with the spirit self of who you are. And you're in your higher self more. And that doesn't mean you're better. It means you're acting from your spirit a lot more. What more powerful place to live. So do act more in your spirit. Ask continually to be led the way you wanted to play this in this world, and shed your love on this world right now, on people that you know. I have 2 people now that have lost sons here in the last few months, and I can't even begin to imagine the pain. I can know that is never the natural course of how life is supposed to go, and so I can imagine nothing worse in life. So my heart goes out to those of you who are in pain today and who are grieving. And no, I hope this helps in some way, that their path was done here. They had fulfilled why they came, and it was time for them to go back to the much better place that they came from as a spirit. I hope that gives you some comfort. I do know that personally, I would maybe take some comfort from that, but I'd be wanting to hold them. And nothing would make that better for a long time. So send your love out to these people who have lost their babies, and go out into the world to see who you can serve today. Fill yourself with love and walk out the door. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, and we've just had coffee, and maybe, Maggie, when I come to Ireland, we'll have some tea. Love and light to you all. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday.